Hey everybody, my name is Tara Forrest. Thanks for joining me today, or this late afternoon I should say. Thanks Ampersand Healing for letting me use this space. It's a very calming, wonderful space. And nice walls that we can actually do a bit of a slideshow here. So I appreciate that. And anyone who's joining live on the Ampersand Instagram page, appreciate that you're here and taking the time to watch this as well. Everyone else, thanks for being here and taking the time out of your day to come and join me for a little bit of a live water demo. A little bit of an introduction to myself, about myself, how I came across Enagic and Kangen water. Well, I started out with their turmeric supplements a few years ago, I suppose, and then came across their water ionizers. I invested in a water ionizer and I loved the benefits it was giving me, and started learning a little bit more about the uses and stuff of a machine. And then I was diagnosed with cancer shortly after that and started to do my more and more research on the health benefits of Kangen water, which is also hydrogen water, ionized water, and alkalized water. And just started to really do some research on the benefits of drinking this water while going through treatment, how it helps heal, how it helps your body heal, the energy, the lack of brain fog, all of these benefits that it can give you, plus the environmental benefits of moving into like a low tox chemical free home, which became very important for me after going through cancer treatment and living now, because I want to have low tox, no chemicals in my house, and I want to be drinking and eating the best that I can be and drinking the best water that I want to be to help my body stay alkalized and healed for a preventative. If anyone has questions later about my cancer journey, how I went through it, like I said, I drank Kangen water throughout my treatment. I did 6 months of chemo, 6 weeks of radiation. I drank the water throughout it and I had no side effects at all. My cancer team was impressed with me a lot. They didn't know how I was doing it, what I was doing, and I'm like, it's my water. And my partner was like, your water's giving you superpowers. I was like, I think it was, because I was halfway through cancer treatment and doing 17-kilometer hikes. I had no side effects. I didn't have any brain fog. I had energy. I was exercising. I was feeling sometimes more healthy than I felt before I was diagnosed with cancer. And I know mindset is part of it, but I believe a big part of it is the water that I was drinking and the quality of water. And so now I'm a huge advocate and very passionate about sharing my story and my passion about the water and hoping to help other people heal or prevent illness in the long run, and to help have an environmental impact as well, so that we can minimize our plastic waste and our toxicity going into the environment. So for future generations, they can have a healthier living space, and Mother Nature has a healthier space as well. So I think that's probably about enough of an intro, as I was gonna make it short and it turned into forever. So you're welcome. So I'll jump into the little bit of a slideshow I've prepared here, and then I'll go into a bit of a live, obviously live, demo here as well. So question, have you guys, obviously you don't have to speak out loud, but have you ever thought that by changing your water, you could actually change your life? And for me, that is the utmost truth. Changing my water did change my life, and it continues to change my life throughout every day, really. And it's helping change other people's lives too, which is pretty neat. So, as I just said, changing our life, or changing our water, and it'll change our life. So we'll just kind of step into it here. So we'll kind of just go a little bit into the background of the company and how they came across this hydrogen alkalized water. So in the 50s, they were doing, in Japan, this company is from Japan, Enagic, they were doing some scientific research about several different locations in the world, and these locations are actually called blue zones, which I won't get too much into, but they're some of the healthiest people in the world. They're living into their hundreds and longer. And so they started looking into like what's going on with these blue zones. How come these people are having such a long life? How are they so healthy? And one thing they noticed was all of their water is a natural source of water. It's free flowing, which gives it energy and a vibration and frequency. And they call it miracle water. So there's a few places in the world that have this miracle water in the blue zones. And so, like it says at the bottom there, they discovered the miracle healing water at all of these locations. That was one thing they had in common, along with other things. And it was a huge abundance of active hydrogen in the water, and that's because it is alive and it's trickling in the springs and in the rivers and things. So today we know it as alkalized water. It has a few other names as well: ionized water, hydrogen water. Okay, so the company is Enagic. They were the ones doing the research and everything. They came about in the 70s. Their products that they make are original equipment manufacturing, which means everything that they use is from Japan. It's a Japanese company, so they're not outsourcing from China or the States or Taiwan or anything for their parts. It's all coming from Japan, and it's all high quality parts. It's a member of the Water Quality Association. They are the leader in the industry, have been from the beginning, and they will continue to, in my opinion, forever. They've got over 120 offices actually located over the world. It's a global company and it's expanding. It's continuously growing. And it's actually endorsed by the Japanese Association of Preventive Medicine. And they've used these machines, these ionizers from Enagic in the hospitals in Japan since '76. They first started using them for the 2.5 hypochlorous acid for disinfecting and washing their hands before doing surgeries and such, which they've moved on to now using it for sterilizing their equipment. So this is actually a medically certified device. It's Japanese technology, and it is said that if you have something that is Japanese technology plus medically certified from Japan, you have one of the most sophisticated pieces of technology in the world. So that, in my opinion, as well, is pretty cool, and it just shows how good it is, I guess you could say. I had a different word, but I can't think of it now. Do you know what I was gonna say? No? Okay, anyways. Yeah, just basically knowing that if you have something from Japan, you know that it is built to last. These ionizers will last you 30 years if you maintain them properly. I haven't heard of any other company or basically any other product, like your coffee maker, your fridge, your car for that matter, your oven, everything like that. I don't know of anything else that will actually last you 30 years, even if you look after it properly. So this is, again, top line technology. Okay. So Enagic as a company again, and the ionizers have loads and loads of awards and certifications and documented recognition. There's also lots of medical research done on the machines, as it is medically certified, and you can find those on like PubMed, Google Scholar, the Molecular Hydrogen Institute, all about hydrogen water, alkalized water, ionized water. And one other cool thing is this certificate right here. That one there is a certificate that will allow you to travel with this machine or the water, because it is, again, medically certified. You can fill up a water bottle or a water jug or take your whole ionizer with you on flights as a carry-on, and just show them the paperwork that this is medically certified, and you can take your water with you on the plane. That's pretty cool too. It's the only company, again, that has the Water Quality Association Gold Seal, and this is for residential, commercial, and industrial treatment water, which means it's the only one that you can use that has this award, that you can use in commercial settings like restaurants or high industrial settings, or just for home use as well. So if you have a restaurant or a cafe and you invest in this, you know that this is the best for it because it's the only company that has this certification as well. I just kind of wanted to highlight that because I know as a business owner, for some of those things, people might be looking for that recognition and knowing. Just another quick little thing here, that they represent the best electrolyzing machines on the market worldwide. All units are completely manufactured by Enagic, again with the OEM, and one person actually stands there and makes the whole entire ionizer. It's not on an auto line where it's going and it's like, I put this piece on, I put this piece on, I put this piece on. It's one person standing there and building your whole ionizer, so you know you're getting that detail and that care put into your ionizer as well. They filter out tap water, or they filter out tap water. They filter tap water. I mean, some people hook them up to pumps and stuff if you're living off grid and running it off of a battery or solar power. I do know of some people that are doing that. And then you just have a pump that filters it through, but it filters through the carbon, filter through the machine, then it runs over the plates through a process of electrolysis, which creates Kangen water. Kangen water is the registered trademark of Enagic, and what it actually means is returning to origin. They want our bodies to be returning to homeostasis, returning to balance, returning to our natural selves, our healthy selves. And just a little bit about the ISOs again. That's the certifications. It's got the 901, 14001, and 13485 for quality control and environmental management, which the environment, we've got to look after it, guys. We've got to look after it. A few different product lines. There's a couple more that I haven't added onto here. We've got the turmeric supplements, which is good for inflammation. The Inesca shower unit, which is for your shower. It filters out the chlorine and has 3 mineral spa stones in it that is really extremely good for your skin. And then we've got the ionizer machines. There's also an M-Guard, which eliminates magnetic radiation, so it's eliminating radiation from everything around us. So right now, like my laptop, the projector screen, my phone, the other phone, everything in here is emitting radiation, and that would actually eliminate it. And they have an air purifier as well. So there's just a few, again, some of the pictures of them, a few of the different ones. There's a K8 on the top left with 8 medical grade titanium plates. SC501 has 5, and the has 7, and the JR4 has 4 medically certified titanium platinum dip plates. And then we have the turmeric and the Inesca there as well, but there's just kind of a little bit of what we have for ionizers. I just kind of wanted to show a picture of one and the waters that it produces. So every machine that there is actually makes the 7 different pH levels of water. We've got our Kangen water, which is our alkalized, antioxidant-rich, hydrogen-rich water. That's 8.5, 9, and 9.5. That's our drinking water. We have a neutral water, which is a 7 pH. That's just a basic clean water, and that's for making like baby formula or taking if we have like prescription medication. We've got strong Kangen water, which is an 11.5 pH. And because it is such a strong alkalized water, it actually can be used for things such as laundry detergent, removing oil stains. Because of that strong alkalinity, it has those other uses with it. Removing pesticides from fruit and veggies and things as well. Strong acidic water is 2.5 pH, which is the hypochlorous acid, which is a natural disinfectant and sanitizer. That's the one that I was saying before that they actually use for cleaning and disinfecting and sanitizing their hands in the hospitals in Japan, and their I want to say utensils, but it's not utensils, their equipment. Yeah, again, just as I was saying, it's approved as a medical device by the Japanese Ministry of Health and Welfare, which is one of the hardest countries to get something medically certified from as well. This one's got the 8 solid platinum coated titanium plates. This one has universal power. It actually has adapters on the back, so you can change the power cords for different countries if you're going, so you can take it with you to like Europe or Australia, where we have different outlet systems there. It's got self-cleaning, speaks 8 languages. I put it on Japanese once. It was really hard to figure out how to get it back to English, because once you get there, it was tricky, but it was fun. And the 25 to 40 year product life expectancy again. So just regurgitating, I think that's very important, knowing how long that your ionizer can last with this investment for your health. And that's with proper maintenance and looking after it and proper cleaning and such as well, right? Okay, so each ionizer has 3 unique properties, not to mention all of the other uses out of it, but we'll get there too. So antioxidation, which is antioxidants, superior hydration, which is the H2 dissolved hydrogen, and alkalization. All right, so antioxidation is what we all know, antioxidants. We all know antioxidants are good for us. We want to have antioxidants. 1 glass of Kangen water in antioxidants, to give you a little bit of an idea, is the equivalent of eating 5 pounds of blueberries. So you just need 1 glass of water to get the same amount of antioxidants as if you were to eat 5 pounds of blueberries. For myself, I'd rather drink a glass of water and get all those antioxidants than eating 5 pounds of blueberries. So oxidation is the rusting process, right? So we know, like, as we leave an apple sitting out, it starts to oxidize, it starts to turn brown. That is it, oxidizing, right? So if we think about like our living tissue, organs, things like that, and oxidizing, it leads to sickness and aging. So anything that we are putting in our body that oxidizes, such as tap water, Gatorade, soft drinks, RO water, even your smart water that's pH balanced, which I'll show later, it's oxidizing on our body. So if you can imagine drinking that for a lifetime, and your body's starting to look that rust color on the inside and the outside, it's not that good. So if you can just imagine all that, drinking all those oxidizing beverages, and not to mention what we're eating and things, but it's gonna start to age and not feel very well, right? It's gonna start to kind of look like that rusty apple. But when we're drinking our Kangen water, it's an antioxidant and an anti-inflammatory, and it's anti-aging because of the hydrogen richness, because of the alkalinity, and because of the ionized process. So we're gonna look like that healthy apple on the left-hand side. That's just a quick little breakdown of the antioxidants and the oxidization. So one great question that I like to say is, we can pay for life in the way of our health and the way of our finances to be drinking things that are oxidizing and detrimental to our body, or we can pay once in our life for something that's an antioxidant and healthy and good for our body, that we will have for life. So here's the oxidation reduction potential. So anything in the negatives is really good. It has a negative ORP, it's an antioxidant. Anything in the positives is an oxidant, it's not healthy for our body. It's basically as bad, right? So that's the easiest way to explain it. So as you can see, we got our Kangen water, which is -400 and can get up to -800. Nearest thing we have is cod liver oil. You have to drink a lot of that, which doesn't seem that appealing. Green tea is -100. You'd have to have about 30 glasses of green tea to have the equivalent in antioxidants to 1 glass of Kangen again. So that's a lot of green tea. And then we start to get into our tap water, soda. Alcohol is in the +200 to 400 range as well. Bottled water, RO, distilled water, tap water, even filtered water, your fridge filtered water, everything is going to be in the pluses. So basically, everything we're consuming that isn't Kangen water is an oxidizer on our body. It's not healthy for us. So that's just one thing I want to show right now is the oxidation reduction potential, because I'm going to do a test on it when I start the water demo here as well. So the second thing was superior hydration with the H2 hydrogen. So our bodies are made up of 75% water. When we're born, they're actually 99% water. For most of our life, they're about 75% water. When we're older, most people are starting to drop down to about 50% water. Which if it was higher, they would be a little bit healthier. So our brain is 80%, our blood's 90%, our muscles 75%, kidneys 82, lungs 83, heart 73. That is how much water makes up each part of our organ. So thinking about what the quality of 75% of our body is, of what we're drinking, knowing that we're having an antioxidant and hydrogen-rich water as the high quality in, knowing that we have just that healthy part of 75% of our body. Because, if our body is made up of 75% water, we should be putting the best quality of water into it, as opposed to drinking soft drinks and reverse osmosis or distilled or tap water or anything. We look at our diets, what we're eating, and our supplements that we're putting in our body. But our body isn't made up of supplements. It makes a difference, our vitamins and our minerals, as well as our food, our fruits and our vegetables. But our body's not made up completely of an apple. An apple has the vitamins and stuff to be going through it. But our body is made up of 75% water, so we should be drinking a lot of it and drinking the best water. Thank you for your patience with my wrapping my head around of how I wanted to explain that. I hope it made sense. Okay, the third one was alkalinity. There is a difference between alkaline and alkalized. Alkaline will go through a chemical change. Alkalized goes through, or alkalinity, goes through a process of ionization, which are Kangen water ionizers. They ionize the water, so it is not a chemical change. Bottled water that has a 9.5 pH, alkaline water, that has a chemical change to it. So this is not natural. Kangen water is a natural way of producing the alkalized water. So anything that is acidic leads to sickness and disease. So anything 7 or below is acidic on our bodies. Anything above the 7, 8.5 and higher, is healthy. Was it Dr. Ottoman? He won the Nobel Peace Prize in the 50s, I believe, for his studies on this. And he said anything that lives in an acidic environment leads to disease and sickness. Anything in an alkalized environment, disease and sickness cannot help. One cannot survive. One big thing he said was, because he was into cancer research, was cancer cannot survive in an alkalized environment. So that might be one of the quotes that you have seen around or anything. But he's known for his Nobel Prize and around his cancer research, and that cancer can't survive in an alkalized environment. So for myself, with my personal story, drinking this water, I want my body to stay in an alkalized state, a healthy state, to prevent my body from getting into that state of sickness again. Because I probably wasn't the most healthiest before. All right, so I just want to touch base on neutral water with tap water, because a lot of people are going to be like, well, my tap water is neutral, my filtered water is neutral. Tap water has a lot of chemicals and things added to it because they have to have it as a neutral water for us to legally be able to drink, for them to be able to have serving to the community. So they've added a bunch of all these chemicals into it to make it a neutral water for you to be drinking. Filtering that water will give you clean water, but it won't give you antioxidant water. It will maybe filter out some of the chlorine, the dust and stuff like that. However, it's, again, oxidizing on our body and not creating that hydrogen water. And it's also chemically altered, which we don't really want to be drinking either. And I'll show you a little bit more about that after with some tap water. Okay, so I just want to talk about one of the most famous doctors that actually gave Kangen water to his patients. Dr. Hiromi Shinya. He invented the colonoscopy and did a lot of surgeries with colon cancer. He had, I can't remember, over 100,000 patients. You can actually go onto YouTube and look up some of his videos and stuff and see like going into the colon. It's kind of, you don't have to, but it's kind of neat to look at and see how big the cancer was that some people had of their colon cancer. And then you would put them on this special diet for 3 months, and that included drinking a lot of Kangen water. Now after that 3 months going back in and removing the cancer, a lot of it had shrunk so much. It was just such an easy removal, and he never had any of his patients have a reoccurrence of cancer again with drinking Kangen water continuously. So he used it in his practice. You can find lots of videos and stuff online about it. I believe he's got some books and stuff as well. But yeah, he has done a lot of research with Kangen. I just wanted to touch on one doctor that some people might know of and be able to find some information easily. Here's some of the books as well. I should have included Killing Cancer Not People, which has a whole chapter dedicated to Kangen water and being again in that alkalized environment. And these are just some quick little books that you could probably find at the secondhand bookstore or online. I've got a few other ones as well. Your Body's Many Cries for Water is a really great one. Just simply drinking the proper water and fixing healing ailments and such. Reverse aging, alkalized water, pH miracle, Your Body's Many Cries for Water, You're Not Sick, You're Thirsty is another really good one, Killing Cancer Not People. Anyways, if you'd like, send me a message and I've got some books that I'd be happy to lend you. I've got some good podcasts and some online audiobooks as well. So that's basically where we're gonna probably end at here. The vision of the company quickly is having healthy body, healthy mind, which will lead to healthy finances. All right. So, oh wait, no, we're not done because I didn't touch on the different types of water and their uses. My apologies. Okay, like I said, all of these ionizers produce ionized alkalized water and acidic waters through electrolysis. So they can use for various purposes with the different pHs. We've got our drinking water, cooking, beauty water, cleaning. We've got afterbite. We've got stinging nettle spray on and it goes away, which is crazy. You can probably try it on poison ivy, makeup remover, hand sanitizer, shampoo, conditioner, a face toner. So anyways, we'll quickly touch on these. The strong Kangen water, which is an 11.5 or 11 pH, it's a strong cleaning effect. So like because it's such a strong alkalized water, like I said before, you can use it for like getting rid of oil stains. You can clean your oven. It's an oil emulsifier. You can use it for laundry detergent. You can actually soak your feet in it and it will like draw out the metals apparently. I haven't tried this myself, but that's something that I would like to try. And also people with like arthritis in their hands, their feet, and their joints have soaked it in it, and because of the strong alkalized water and how strong of an anti-inflammatory it is, it actually will take out the inflammation. And there's really good effects with that as well. The machines actually have over 100 uses. If you want to learn about them, I can send you a PDF that I've created that has them all on there as well. And we've got our Kangen water, which is our 8.5 to 9.5. You can use it for cooking as well, and for drinking. It's our electrically reduced, hydrogen-rich, antioxidant water. There we go. Clean water, like I said, that's just basically our filtered neutral water. And we use that for baby formula and for taking prescription medication. We've got our beauty water, which is a 4 to a 6. So that's what we can use because our bodies, like skin and hair, are naturally 6.0 pH. So when we're using like chemical shampoos and conditioners and lotions and all of that stuff, it's actually like dehydrating our body and not really that good for it. They're usually very bad pH as well, so we can use the beauty water for our skin toner, for anti-aging, for shampoo, for conditioner. Randomly, you can use it for a, I forget. Anyways, it might come to me. And then we got our strong acidic water, which has strong disinfecting properties. So that one you can use if you're, like, it kills viruses, mold, bacteria. So if you're feeling a sore throat coming on, you can gargle it and it'll help you with your sore throat. I have little bottles that I carry around that I use for sanitizer. You can use it for disinfecting your home. It reduces odor, so if your pets have pet beds and you want to sanitize them and remove the odors from them, you can do that. What are some of the other highlights with that one? Deodorant, you can use it for deodorant because it, again, it's the strong disinfectant. And that's the one that we use for afterbite and for seeding nettle. Anyways, there's loads of uses. I'm not going to sit here for another 10 minutes and tell you about them. Okay, so now I'm going to go on to the water demo and actually show you guys a little bit about the different waters here. Should I leave this screen on, or maybe I should put it to the ORP thing? What do you guys think? Good with it on this one? Yeah? Okay. I'm sorry, that was a lot more talking than I anticipated. So thanks for being patient with me. Maybe I should turn it off. Okay. Please be patient again. Thank you.
2.5 can also be used for your oranges, washing them.
Yes. Oh, and the 11.5 can also be used for, taking the pesticides and chemicals off.
11.5 it is.
Yeah, it's the 11.5. Also, if you think about it, if you're cooking your fruit, because you cook your fruit, when you're cooking your vegetables and stuff in tap water, that still has like chemicals and chlorine and stuff in it. So, that being said, let's start with a water test on our fruit and vegetables here. So when you're cooking in your tap water, you're basically cooking all of those chemicals into your food, which is going into your body. So that's why we cook with our Kangen water. We make our coffee with our Kangen water. We do pretty much everything with Kangen water, even rinsing the dishes. So I'm gonna just show you guys here a little bit, like I said, with the 11.5, I've poured some before, and how it gets the pesticides and chemicals off of it, which I will show you with tap water. Doesn't necessarily do the same thing. So when you think we're washing them, we're actually not getting all of that stuff off. We might be getting a bit of the dust and stuff off, but we're not actually getting the pesticides and toxins off of it. I'm gonna set this on the floor because this we also use for like laundry soap and stuff too. We just keep this beside the washer, and you just dump some in and what's the thing? Bob's your uncle, people say. Okay, I don't know if you can tell with the light in here or not, but you can already see that this water is starting to turn yellow. And this is tap water. I forgot to bring a fancy container for it, but luckily I had this. Look at it, all the glasses now. And so, with washing your fruits and vegetables in 11.5, it's not only gonna get the chemicals and stuff off, your produce is gonna taste like it's fresh out of the garden. And it's also going to last a lot longer. So the longevity of our produce is better, and the quality is better, and it's better for our bodies as well. So we'll just kind of like let that do its thing there for a little bit. And I'm going to just jump on in here and not do it there because there's a bump on the table. And just pour some of these drinks here. So I've got some Smart Water, vapor distilled water with electrolytes and balanced pH. But when I look on the back, I read the ingredients of calcium chloride, magnesium chloride, potassium bicarbonate, and ozone. So again, this is chemically altered water. I don't know if that's smart or not, and I don't know how smart I am because I clearly can't open it, so let's do it this way. Oh, that's a fancy top. All right. A little bit more there. So that's our smart water. I'm gonna keep them lined up like this. This has the pH scale on it. Our acidic going up to our alkalized. Okay. This one is gonna be the 9.5 pH balanced water. I forgot a straw. It's just my bad. Okay. So that's our 9.5 pH balanced water. Just over. And this one's just a natural spring bottled water. Again, thanks for joining me, everybody, and hanging out with me for a little bit here. We've got our Gatorade, which is most people drink for electrolytes and think it's a healthy sports drink. In truth, it's sugar and, again, chemically altered. Kangen water actually has more electrolytes in it than you would need because it keeps the healthy minerals in it, like our potassium and calcium, magnesium. What exactly electrolyte drinks are made out of. So if you want to make a homemade one, you can pour Kangen water, a bit of salt, and lemon juice, and that would be 1,000,000 times more effective than drinking Gatorade. Okay, and then this one is Kangen water here. Somehow decided that I trust myself there, but I don't. Can you see it okay? Okay. And I poured this right around when I poured the, whatever it's called. Oh, 1.5. You can actually see with the colors there, but we'll work on that a bit later. It needs a bit more time anyways. pH drops. Okay, so we're just gonna do a quick little pH test here. Maybe I'll move these up a bit so y'all can see it a bit better. Right now, they all look kind of healthy, right? Just look like water. I mean, now it doesn't, but. So, anything that is a yellowish color is actually acidic, right? Okay, I literally just poured this smart water. Okay, that's actually worse than tap water in acidity. I've never done a test on this before. That's terrible. Okay, this is our one that's the pH balanced, right? So I was expecting it to be the same as Kangen water. So it's probably about a 9.5, which is what it says it is. So that's actually pretty good. And this is pretty neutral, I'd say, for just this spring water. I don't know where spring it came from. Okay, and then we've got our Gatorade, which is obviously pretty acidic there. I'd say it's even worse than our smart water. I can't believe that the smart water did that. I'm sorry, that's gonna blow my mind a little bit. It's not very smart. And of course, our soft drink is pretty terrible as well. And we're gonna get to our Kangen water here. No surprise there. I didn't even have to put, yeah, another drop in there. So our Kangen water is a 9.5 as well, which is what it should be because that's what I poured it. So is our smart water. You know what? I'm gonna be smart and put the lids on that and this so I don't create what I just imagined in my head of everything falling over. Alrighty, so we can see acidic, alkalized, neutral, acidic, alkalized. Sorry, I should say this is alkaline because it's chemically changed. Alright, so I'm gonna do an ORP test next, which actually maybe I should have put the screen up to that, but, and that, remember again, anything that was a negative ORP is good for our body, and anything that was a positive ORP is bad for our body. It's an oxidant. So anything negative is an antioxidant, anything positive is an oxidant. So we'll start with our smart water here. Okay, it's 140 and 141 and going up higher. I'm not sure if you can see it. Okay, I'm gonna jump over to our alkaline water. No surprise, it's 122. So that's an oxidant. So even though it's pH balanced at a 9.5, it's still an oxidant, which is not good for our body. Okay, we got our spring water, 157. I don't know if y'all can see that. Could you see the other one? This one? Okay, so that's an oxidant as well. Let's get into our Gatorade. 228, 29, 30, and going up. So that's actually worse than the other ones, and that's what people are fueling themselves with sports. Probably should be drinking Kangen. Okay, then we're on to our soft drinks, and that's in the 230s and likely still going up. So again, what's the difference between drinking a soft drink and playing a basketball game, or drinking a Gatorade and drinking a basketball game? Bubbles? Okay, let's get into our Kangen water here. Okay, instantly, we're dropping down. We are, anyways, we're gonna be an antioxidant. So it's already going into the negatives, right? So I don't know how long I should actually stand here for, but is it okay if we all can see that it's going into the negatives? We all can see it's an antioxidant. It is still climbing. I can just set it here and we can check on it a little bit later, right? So to all of these, we can see we have oxidants. We have one that is an antioxidant that's like up to 120 and still going into the negatives now. All right. So all of these. All right. So one other thing that I'm going to show you guys with this is that it's actually acidic in disguise. So when we actually get oxygen into it, so basically when it's going to be hitting our body, it's going to be turning acidic. The same with this one as well. So it looks like it's okay with the pH, but in all truth, I'll show you guys. It's acidic water. So as soon as it's hitting our body, we've got acidic water. Let's see with this one. Spring water, acidic. Probably could, not as bad as this one, but I don't know how long I blew it for. Okay, Kangen, we're still getting into a negative here. We're at negative 150, well, it was at 156. Now it's obviously going down, but I don't know which it is. Notice how it hasn't changed into acidic, and it is still alkalized and still an antioxidant, where these have proven and shown us that they are actually acidic in disguise. All right, that is just one fun little test that I wanted to show you guys, especially when you're thinking that buying alkaline pH 9.5 is actually good for you. I just really want to stress that it's actually not, because it's chemically changed, it's acidic, it's an oxidizer, whereas Kangen is naturally occurring through the ionization process. It's an antioxidant, and it's not acidic at all. It's actually very, very good for us. Okay, I think that was all for the pHs that I wanted to show you guys. So I hope we learned a little bit from that and got a little bit of value out of it. Does anyone want to drink any of these? Just kidding. Okay, I'm going to do something here too. I'm going to show you. I'm going to pour some Kangen water in. And let's actually, you know what, let's do it in here. Just pouring Kangen in is still going to keep it purple. Let's see how much Kangen it takes to actually make it alkalize. Not actually that much. That turns back. Is that good? Oh, there we go. It's gonna, honestly, it takes about 30 glasses of Kangen water to get a good pH for your body to balance back after drinking one soft drink. So I don't know if I should actually, my drops and show that I've even pouring in. It's still gonna stay yellow. I could pour 30 glasses of this. It's still extremely acidic. Still acidic. So that just shows even having, you know, a glass of water with that little bit of acidic water, it's still not making a difference. It is still acidic on our bodies. And it takes a lot to make it back up to balance, back up to homeostasis. And especially if we're not drinking Kangen water, imagine how much longer it actually takes to get our body to there, right? What tomatoes are doing. Chlorine with. Just gonna hang that over here like this. Alright. Okay, y'all see? Normally I would let it soak for about like 10 or so minutes, 15 minutes. But you get the idea there. You can see the difference in the colors, right? You can see the pesticides and the chemicals and stuff that's coming off of it. Can you see it there or is it not? Yeah? I don't know if you can on phone or not, but I mean, I'm happy to dump it back in there and let it soak for a little bit longer. No, it's good? Okay. So, try cherry tomato. Catch. Try cherry tomato. Does that taste like it's from the garden? Would you like to taste one that doesn't, that has chlorine in it? Right? You're welcome. So you can notice and taste the difference. Sorry. That was my way that I could eat something because I'm hungry. Just kidding. After, if there's anything that you'd like clarification on or specific water you'd like tested, just let me know and we can make it happen. Thanks for joining. Thanks for Ampersand Healing for letting me utilize this space. And thanks Kangen Water for empowering me. Okay, bye.
Thank you, Terra Forest.
You're welcome.